We are at Panjpir Sacred Grove, where there is a heritage bear tree, Gigifus maritiana, very old, maybe 200 years old or more than that. And in the vicinity we have the Geopota tree, child life tree or lucky bean tree, Putranjiva Raksburgi, after which we have the Geopota Ghat at Akhnur, where Maharaja Gulab Singh on 17 June 1822 took oath ceremony under this particular tree. So it got its name also included in the history of Maharaja Gulab Singh. So this tree is also here. And then we have the Khair tree, which is also known as this is called as Senegalia Ketichu. Previously it was called as Acacia Ketichu. So you see the young green pods also. And this is the source of Kutch, Katha, what we call in Hindustani. That has a industry and it is harvested. But since it is a sacred grove, Panjpir, so here it is protected and conserved. Then we have another unique thing about here. We have Tripedium bengalans, khadkana, and it is also being harvested from the nearby tract to make the brooms, which are, I think, they are sold in the market at 60 rupees per piece or so maybe. So on one hand, I am seeing the community conservation, how people used to conserve trees, how our forefathers used to live in harmony with the nature. So this was adorable, and still we have those food traditions intact. Peerbaba shrine, but the nearby house who's looking after is a Hindu family. But just in the vicinity, Kalari location I am presently. And across these sarkandas or khadkanas, Tripedium bengalans, I am seeing one solid waste dump. Rather, this is a nuisance, and so many raptors, eagles, the kites, and they are hovering over this burning garbage dump, which is really a nuisance. So you see, this is the gift of modern progress and modern development. On one hand, we had such traditions where people revered the earlier saints, and they even protected trees and plants to have the health promoting kind of environment. On the other hand, the present day infrastructure development, and then garbage. And garbage is coming from plastic. There are so many government orders also which prohibit the use of plastics, especially the single-use plastics. But about that material which is being packed in the plastics. So each day, definitely the nearby Jammu city is producing trucks and truckload of this solid waste, and their disposal is really, I think, it needs some kind of relook how it can be properly disposed. First priority should be to minimize the garbage production, one. Second, and second step, there should be some kind of segregation, a biodegradable and non-biodegradable. And this site is really a, you can say, the ugly piece of look when I see. On one hand, we have the wilderness, we have these Sarkanda, Tripedium bengalans, it's a dry tract, but this is a location where we find very unique medicine plants, and the plant which I encountered today in this wilderness was Jakhia. The source of spice, a condiment. The seeds are used like mustard. Cleome viscosa botanically identified as, and in Dogri we call it as pili nioli. Also called as hulhul or hurhur or ajganda. It has so many other names also. And this is called Asian spider flower. And that particular plant has found a new market as a superfood. So it is being cultivated also in Uttarakhand, and in Kumaon and Gadwal location, the seeds of Cleome viscosa under the name Jakhia, they are used in the cuisine making. So these habitats, this wilderness is not a simple, you can say, the wasteland. This is in fact supporting some unique species of plants which otherwise they will not grow in other kind of soils. So this kind of vegetation also playing ecological role. But when we have our mismanagement, and the way I am focusing on this garbage dump, it is really not in the interest of society or better environment. So this is really, I think, the comparison between the age-old tradition of community conservation of trees like bear, khair, geopota, and even people are paying their obeisance, especially on Thursday and Sundays. They are coming here, and we see these traditions will never allow the trees to be felled. But on the other hand, we have this modern culture where we are generating garbage each morning, and there is no place where to dispose that garbage. So similar hills burning solid waste we also see in Delhi, and then Delhi, which is the capital of India, is experiencing a lot of pollution. So air quality has really very poor quality, and it is really a health hazard these days. So when we focus on such things, it should not be viewed as a criticism of anything, but rather we should have a collective effort and collective wisdom how to improve the ambience and how to dispose these solid waste dumps cleanly, and that does not pollute underground water, or even doesn't pollute the air quality. So that should be the focus when we talk about the eco activism. And this is the I think we have the climate change summit COP meeting in Dubai, which is to start from 30th November to 12th December. But we see even Dubai was hit by the devastating floods and rains last week. So even at home we had experienced the Gulf, that's a glacial lake outburst flow in Sikkim, and even monsoon was very ferocious in the Himachal Pradesh. So we need to really have some kind of sustainable strategy. So on one hand we may go for development, but other hand we have also to conserve the quality of air, quality of water, and quality of soil. A very pious Peerbaba shrine at village Bhalwal. It is unique in the sense having 9 gaj long length of this shrine. And another unique thing about this 9 Gaja Peer is the protection and preservation of Indian medicinal tree. Huge trunk, seems to be 200 plus years old, and this has been wisely protected. So you see the ceiling, and for its trunk they have kept this space in the ceiling so that it is conserved and preserved. It is in fact preserving the memory of Navagaza Peer also. And this particular tree is called as Varuna in Sanskrit, and from Varuna the Dogri name is Varna. So Varna is religious tree, and this is usually protected in shrines, Peerbaba shrines or temple shrines. Even at Gajansu we have seen the Gajansu Geopota sacred grove, where this Varuna tree or Cretiva religiosa tree, also named as Cretiva densonii variety odora, stands protected in the temple sanctum sanctorum. And similarly, this is another example where the Peerbaba shrine, Navagaja Peer, has preserved this medicinal tree. Even postal stamp stands issued in honor of this Cretiva tree, which is reputed medicinal tree. Its seeds are kidney shaped and its fruits are pear shaped with the jointed stalk, and they turn orange pink on maturity. Seeds, bark and fruit is used in the cure of many kidney troubles, urinary troubles. So this particular tree stands conserved in the place of worship, Navagaja Peer at Bhalwal. But nearby vegetation, we have another unique plant which is called kogat, Holerahina pubescens. Earlier it was called as Holerahina antidysentrica, also named as kurchi, or this particular plant kuda. And in Maharashtra, its young tender spring foliage and flower buds, they are used as vegetable. But otherwise, this is reputed Ayurveda medicinal tree which is found in dry belt of Jammu Shivaliks. So today, while coming from Mishriwala towards Bhalwal, on the way we came across Panjpir. Then this present is now Gajpir. And on Holeraina pubescens, we also see behind liana of Tinospora cordifolia, locally called as Giloi. So we have the tree of Holeraina, Kogad, locally Dogri name, Kogad, Kurchi Kuda, and on this there are rope-like, very thick branch, thick liana, medicinal plant, Giloi, Amrata, Tinospora cordifolia. So even its leaves are, we are able to see, they are lying on Kogad tree. And another tree near to this Kogad tree, Holeraina, is our Semal, Bombex siba. And again a reputed medicinal plant. Its flowers are consumed in soups and its tender fruits are innovated as vegetable. So this is also the native tree of India, earlier called as Salmalia malabaricum or red silk cotton tree, and when it flowers in the month of January, February, it attracts many birds. In fact, maximum number of birds have been found feeding on the flowers of Bombex siba, locally called as symbol. And in the sacred grove surrounding the now Gajpi, we also find brancat, Justicia adhatoda, growing in abundance. Rather, it is protected here. And another plant which I am able to locate here is Melotus philippenensis, popularly called as Camilla. And there are many Delvergia sissu trees also in the surrounding vegetation. And one particular plant which I would like to mention is Butea monosperma, which is called as Pala or Palash or Dhak. In fact, the name of the Dhaka, capital of Bangladesh, has been named after this tree, which is Butea monosperma, popularly named as Dhak or Palash. Even Palamwala name is after this particular Butea monosperma tree, which is grown in abundance in the Kandi belt of Jammu. And this particular tree is also named as Battle of Plassey tree, as the 1757 June Battle of Plassey was fought at a location named Plassey in West Bengal, when the British forces defeated the Sirajuddaula, Nawab of Bengal, and that historic fact has led to its name as the Battle of Plassey tree. And this particular Varna, Varuna, is also growing in this vicinity. But a unique plant which I could see here is a beauty lan, Bala. This is also growing here. Or Son Patari in local name, and now it is fruiting. Seeds should be collected, and here we see the leaves are lobed. Leaves are typically lobed, and the capsules have dried up, and they are now maturing. So this is also seen in this sacred grove around the now Gaj Peer. This location is unique at Bhalwal, which is an example of community conservation in the interest of a better, healthy environment around such places of worship.